Sights and the sounds of a frozen America in a winter storm that will touch every state from Florida to Maine. Tonight here on Weather Underground, we have you covered with team coverage from Boston with meteorologist Alex Wilson and from New York with meteorologist Mike Seidel. And of course, we'll be checking in with our winter weather expert, Tom Nizzle. I'm Mike Bettis. We're coming to you live from Charleston, South Carolina, where it is a scene that we are not very familiar with. 5 inches of snow on the ground, and it's basically shut this city down. There's hardly any traffic. You saw some emergency vehicles go by with the police guards, but that's about it. Most people are hoofing it tonight. They're on foot, and it may be the most efficient way to get around because you might be spinning your tires quite a bit tonight if you're driving in Charleston. Talk about the snow that came down. My goodness, it came down really heavy middle of the day today when the snowfall rates are pushing about 2 inches an hour. It was remarkable to see, especially this far south. And that snow accumulated very quickly. This after several inches of freezing rain this morning. So underneath all that 5 inches of snow that we have here in the low country, we have a sheet of ice under there. And now any traffic that comes along here and packs down the snow, it's going to be basically ice on top of ice. And we don't have salt to treat the roads. We don't have plows to scrape the roads. So everything is going to have to melt naturally. And because we're going to go through a freeze and thaw cycle over the next couple of days, it is going to stay very, very slick and ice-coated in many neighborhoods in and around Charleston and most of the low country, for that matter. In fact, Hilton Head had 4.5 inches of snow today. That blows my mind, Tom Nizzle. Hilton Head, of all places, you know, everyone wants to golf, everyone wants to go to the beaches in Hilton Head. 4.5 inches of snow today. That just shows you the potency of Winter Storm Grayson, which is only in its infancy, really. Let's be honest, only in its infancy. It becomes a full-fledged man of a storm tomorrow.
Yeah, with all that cold air in place, Mike, that was the precursor to really what is going to intensify the storm, getting that cold air all the way down to the coast. And by the way, central pressure has dropped 17 millibars now in 12 hours, which is very significant, down to about 995 off the coast of Carolinas right now. Take a look. All of this moisture right here is just exploding in advance of the storm. Tremendous lift in the atmosphere when you get this type of negatively tilted trough here. And it's right out here over that turbocharger we call the Gulf Stream, all that warm water that is adding to the intensity of the deepening of this system as we go forward in time here. Now you can see that the trailing edge of the snowfall is moving northeasterly here. It's done in Charleston. Pretty soon that ice will be out of Myrtle Beach, but that's going to hang around for a while on the ground because of the cold temperatures. We translate this northward now where we're getting ice in Wilmington. Greenville is changing over to ice right now and likely will go into snow as this cold air builds across the area overnight. And then further north from Richmond into Norfolk, going into Lynchburg, already snowing there, and yes, eventually into D.C. All of this working its way very rapidly northward. Here are the warnings and advisories still out. And by the way, they just posted new advisories here, winter weather advisories, just for the icy roads. The precipitation has stopped down here in Savannah and Charleston, but the icy roads have prompted those advisories. As we go through the rest of the night, overnight tonight, you can see the precipitation, the snowfall here, change over to freezing rain along the coast and then rain right offshore. And it's a very, very tight area, different types of precipitation. As we go overnight after midnight and into 1 a.m., it is already out of Wilmington, but Norfolk is going to get snow for several hours here. And as that low cuts by just to the east of Norfolk, it's going to really pick the winds up here out of a northerly direction. Finally, as we get into the latter part of the morning tomorrow, early afternoon, the system translates up toward Cape Cod in New England. But look at the snowfall totals here. 5 to 8 inches in and around Norfolk. There will be areas that will see double-digit snows just south of there. And here's the real kicker. The snow is going to be coming down. You can see as it increases overnight here. But look at before sunrise, your winds are going to be gusting 40 to 50 miles an hour. And those strong winds are going to continue throughout the day. That is why the blizzard warnings are in effect, and that is why travel is going to be so difficult. It's a one-day storm, folks. If you don't have to go anywhere, stay home and stay safe. Mike, I'll send it over to you.